Let's talk about College Football 25 Team Builder, which arrives later tonight on the web so you can create your favorite team. Now, they just dropped a blog and we're going to go over everything you need to know, but if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you don't miss any other future updates for this game and also updates for Madden if you're into that as well. I'd like to hit 600k subs soon, and if everybody watching just subscribed, we could literally hit that number in a few days. So they started off the blog by saying that they knew when they brought back college football that they needed to bring back Team Builder, and they spent hours talking with creators, watching different Team Builder videos, read blogs and wish lists, and even hired people from within the community to help design Team Builder, like people from College Football Revamped. So for College Football 25, they said that they wanted to center the Team Builder around 3 core pillars: a deep creation suite, the ability to discover and share, and also elevate creators, where they wanted to celebrate creators for their creative accomplishments. So let's first start with accessing the website. It says to access the website, you'll need to create or use your EA account information to log in. After that, you'll utilize the College Football URL to access Team Builder for College Football 25. I'll have the site linked below in the description, but it doesn't go live until later tonight. Now it says here, this main screen is where we showcase and elevate all of the work done by our devoted fans. You'll be able to see the top downloaded and highest rated teams by members of the community. We've also made it easier to search for existing content. In addition, our filters allow you to sort by uniform provider or by state. Think you've got what it takes to make it to the top of the list, and honestly, that's pretty cool. I'm curious to see what created teams are going to take over the community. I'm sure there's going to be certain people out there that are going to do nothing but just make teams, and they're going to make teams for other people, so it's going to be pretty cool to see how everybody comes together and makes all these creations with this game. Let's talk about creation and brand identity. It says after selecting Start Creating, the first thing you'll be tasked with is creating your school's identity and brand. This is where you get to define the basics of your program, like its name, nickname, logos, uniform provider, and team colors. For logos, you'll be able to add a primary, secondary, and tertiary logo. Your primary logo is what will be used throughout the in-game UI in Dynasty mode. Your other logos will be able to be added to your uniform and field. As a part of your logo creation, you'll be able to upload your own logos or choose from one of our recolorable generic logos. In College 25 Team Builder, you'll be able to select Nike, Adidas, or Under Armour for your uniform provider. This will impact the equipment your players wear, the name and number fonts you can choose from, as well as what jersey and pant stitch pattern your team uses. For example, if you select Nike, you'll be able to choose from the Vapor Fusion and Vapor Untouchable jersey stitch patterns. The stitch pattern you select will change which stripe patterns that are available and compatible with that stitching. When selecting your team colors, you can utilize the eyedropper tool to set the team colors from your primary logo. For advanced users, you can customize each color's hue, saturation, brightness, hex, or RGB value. We've also provided all the existing school team colors under presets. Uniform swag. In an age where teams are constantly trying to expand and modernize their uniform suite, we wanted to give users the ability to reflect that in their work. To give users the ultimate amount of customization, we've expanded the amount of uniform presets you can have to 5 total. If you're counting socks, that means your team can have up to 5 helmets, 5 jerseys, 5 pants, and 5 socks, or 625 uniform combinations, giving you the ability to showcase new looks on the field each game. Now that's pretty huge. The fact that you can do 5 different uniforms, I think, is super sick. You can have a bunch of different helmets, jerseys, tops, bottoms, and with that you can create kind of almost endless combinations, which is great. Moving on here, it says once in the editor, the helmet is the first part of the uniform that you can customize. Start by choosing your base color and then choose your reflectiveness. For the helmet reflectiveness, you can choose from matte, shiny, or chrome. In addition to customizing the base helmet shell reflectiveness, in the accessories section, you can change the color and reflectiveness of the face mask, chin strap, and cup, front bumper, and back bumper. Once you've customized the base helmet shell, it's time to start decorating it with logos and stripes. Begin by choosing your helmet stripe from one of our available presets and customize its color. If you'd like to add helmet numbers, you can do that too. We've added 4 preset placement options: front, back, left side, and right side, but you can also use the advanced placement editor to customize the size, position, and spacing to place them anywhere on the helmet. Now let's talk about custom layers. It says no modern uniform editor will be complete without the ability to incorporate custom designs and logos, so we're giving users the ability to add custom layers onto each helmet of the uniform. Under custom layers for helmets, for example, you're able to add up to 7 custom layers to the helmet, each having their own unique properties and placement options on the helmet. For each layer, you'll have the ability to choose from one of our existing assets or upload your own image. You can then customize the finish of that layer, choosing between shiny, matte, satin, or chrome. Moving on to the jerseys, it says customizing the jersey represents a big area of opportunity. For college, you'll have the ability to select from Adidas, Nike, or Under Armour to better represent the wide variety of uniforms used at the FBS level and beyond. Based on the apparel brand you selected, you'll have a specific set of jersey stitch patterns or chassis available for you to start with. Once you select the stitch pattern, you'll then have that provider's real-life stripes, designs, cuffs, collars, and fonts available to you. For college, the design team has worked closely with all 3 providers with authenticity in mind. And if we're missing something, don't worry, we're working closely with each company to release additional post-launch content throughout the year to give users more way to create and perfect the look. And it says there's still room if you'd like to add your own personal touch. Don't forget you can still add layers on the jersey asset. So if you want to put your team name on the front of the jersey or have a unique design running down the side of the jersey, it's all available to you. After you've completed the perfect jersey, it's time to work on the pants. You'll have plenty of stripes to choose from as decided by the provider. You'll still have the ability to add layers to your pants as well as set color of accessories. For the socks, you'll be able to set the color on the oversock, the color of the base/undersock, and the brand color on the sock on the collegiate side. And just like that, you completed your first uniform set, but you've still got more work to do. You've got to have the alternatives. Creating an alternate uniform is easy. Let's say you want to create a set that's the same as your away uniform, but with different colors. When you're creating one of your uniform elements like helmets or jerseys, select the preview uniform option, then click the plus sign and select duplicate from away to pull over all the existing designs and name the new uniform. Then you can close preview, select the new alternate at the top, and get to editing. Now let's move on to the stadium. It says, now that your team is swagged out with the perfect uniform suite, it's time to create the perfect home stadium. You'll have 8 components of your stadium that you can set: stadium, crowd, surface, logos, end zone, numbers, sidelines, and benches. Each component has unique properties that you can set. Start by choosing one of the existing 134 team stadiums and rename it to be your own. With your stadium set, it's time to customize your crowd. You can set the primary and secondary color your crowd wears on game day. Want everyone to do a whiteout on Saturday? Set both your primary and secondary crowd colors to white. You can adjust the percentage of the crowd that wears each color by adjusting the slider. So, I mean, right there, let me interject. 2 crazy things. Number 1, you can actually adjust if you want your team to do a whiteout and stuff like that, which I think is cool. Now, the only thing here that kind of threw me off is that you have to choose from one of the existing stadiums. So it doesn't sound like there's generic stadiums to choose from or your own ones to build. Now, I do know in the future that's something that I believe they want to do is add like a full-on stadium creator to this at some point. Maybe that's a next year thing, which would be cool. But I thought there would be some generic stadiums to at least choose from. But it sounds like you've got to pick one that already exists, which I guess it's okay because there's a bunch of them to pick from. But I don't know how people are going to feel about that. Moving on here, it says once your stadium and crowd are locked in, it's time to customize your field. Start by selecting whether your field is grass or turf, as well as its color. You can choose a natural field color or go crazy with any color you can think of. Next, add logos to your field. We've added preset locations at midfield and the 25/20 yard lines for you to quickly create your field. With that being said, if you want to go deeper with customization, you can add up to 5 custom layers and place those logos anywhere on the field. For your end zones, you can choose from one of the existing end zone designs and recolor it, or you can build your own custom end zone with custom layers. Now, after all of that, you can customize your field number font, the number position, and the number frequency, every 10 yards or every 5 yards, the arrow position, the top, center, or bottom, whether a G appears on the goal line, and the number, color, and outline. And it says additionally, you can color the 20 and 50 yard lines as well as the goal line. Lastly, you can customize your field sidelines and bench areas. Both options allow you to choose from one of our existing recolorable templates. Now, moving on to the players, it says the last piece is the players. On the last tab, you'll have the opportunity to modify players that will play on your field. On the College Football 25 side, you'll be able to set your playbooks and select from 7 generic roster types that you can further adjust to fit your playing style. You want to adjust your starting running back to be 5'5", 350-pound bowling ball, or how about a pair of 6'8" receivers on the outside? Go for it. So that's probably the one big thing for this mode to me is this is the mode where you can create all the players from top to bottom, because we know in the rest of the game it has limited editing, and I've seen a lot of people the last few days seem pretty surprised by this for some reason, but we knew this for months going in. We knew the player editing was going to be limited because of NIL. Now, I do agree that I think some areas they should make adjustments with this, like not being able to change numbers in Dynasty. I don't understand that. That seems silly to me, but we knew going in player editing was not going to be like it was in the old games because of NIL. Also, I think it'd be cool if you can adjust the ratings of recruits. I don't know the reasoning for these things, but I know as of right now, these things are intentional and they have to do with NIL one way or another. But with this team builder, at least, this is the one area where you pretty much have free reign. You can create whatever players you want, and there shouldn't be any restrictions or limitations. Now, once all that's done, you're ready to submit and publish the team. Hit the submit button, and this will take you to the preview screen where an overview is presented for approval. After you review your uniforms and team data, you will publish the team that you can jump over to console and import into your college dynasties. Now, in the download center, you can explore that. You can download your favorite creators' custom teams. You can download teams from your friends. You can share your custom team there as well. Now, once you're in there, it says you can browse through a diverse array of content. At the very top is featured content. This is the content that they have handpicked to showcase the great work of creators, and they said they're going to constantly update this to refresh it and keep it new. So you might see a lot of your favorite creators in the download center, which will be pretty cool. Now, it says once you found a school that suits you the best, all you need to do is just download it directly to your console, and it says don't worry, we've made it super easy to keep the community safe and enjoyable. You can report any offensive content you come across and even preview items before downloading. building. It says if you're hunting for something specific, just press the wired triangle button on your controller. This will open up a powerful search tool where you can look for content by keywords, username, content types, and more. And it's all about making sure that you find exactly what you're looking for. Now, when importing into the Dynasty mode, it says, as they talk about in the Dynasty Deep Dive, importing a team builder team in a Dynasty is available only in Private Cloud Dynasty. You'll be able to import up to 16 teams per Dynasty. When you're starting a new league, only the commissioner has the ability to import custom teams, and this can happen exclusively at the beginning of the season and will not be possible at any other point. When importing a team, you have the option whether or not you want to replace the team's roster. This allows you to maintain the existing team's roster and only change their uniforms and field. Regardless of whether or not you replace your roster, your team builder team will inherit some of the characteristics of the team it's replacing. This is very important. This includes their rivalries, their coaching staff, unless you decide to bring in a new coach, their My School grades, and their team records. Be sure to keep this in mind when you're deciding who to replace. So that is kind of a little tricky thing there, because if you want to build a powerhouse team, for example, you kind of almost want to replace them with another powerhouse team so that all the other things stay intact in terms of their school grades and their coaching staff and things like that. So you kind of have to like really be paying attention to what type of team you want and who you want to replace. Because if you make a powerhouse team but you replace them with a lower cupcake type team, you know, some things might be a little off there in terms of school grades and stuff like that. Although I think most people probably will be creating lower teams and trying to build them up, I'm sure there's going to be some people that want to build actual good teams right off the jump. So just keep that stuff in mind. Now also here they end this off by saying that they want feedback from people when this goes live. And it says, since this team builder experience will be new to not only you but our team as well, we want to ask for your feedback. Since this is a new journey, we're inviting you to the community to share your feedback with us on our official College Football 25 community forum, which I'll also put in the description below. So if you have any bugs, any problems, and of course any suggestions, make sure you submit that to them, because this is just the start. This is just ground level. This is the return of College Football 25. So everything about this game, this is year one. The goal here for this team is to keep building this and make it great for years to come and make it better and better. Fix any problems that this game may have and add stuff that you want. So make sure that you're giving that feedback to them so that they know what you want to see in the game. Now that we got that out of the way, make sure you check out this video right here where I show all of the cool, unique things you can do in College Football 25.